Welcome. In front of me is an OUKITEL K13 Pro, and today I'll show you how you can bypass the Google verification on this phone. So you can see that the phone I have right here is locked and I could unlock it providing the previously used pattern, or I can press right here and I can verify it using Google account. Now, assuming we don't know either of those, we can bypass this. Now, for this we'll need internet connection, which all you will do is, if you're starting from the first page, I just proceed through it a little bit, connect to your Wi-Fi, and then go back to this page right over here. Now the reason for this is we will need to change a language to any kind of language from the bottom of the list that uses a different keyboard. So straight from the very bottom all the way up to, I believe it's was it Greek? Yeah, I think Greek is the last one that will change it. So all the way up to here, you can choose any language from the bottom, though sometimes it glitches out and it doesn't give us the option that we're looking for. Now I'll mention that once we get there. Maybe it will happen to me, maybe not, but I'll mention that so you're aware if the selected language worked for you or not. So anyway, I'm gonna select Greek right here. Let's Greek, there we go, and just skip through most of this as you do normally. Now the second time around, once you connect it to Wi-Fi, I believe it's just gonna skip it because it already is connected, so it just goes to the next page. And as you can see, we're back to the verification pattern. That's good, but we're gonna press right here to use Google account instead. And tap on the field where you just verify your email. And once the keyboard comes up, you can see that there is a globe icon. The reason we changed the language is because it also adds a different keyboard to it. And if you see that globe icon, everything is fine. If you don't see it for some reason, which I said, like I mentioned before, sometimes it just bugs out. And even though it uses a different keyboard, it just fully switches onto this one and doesn't give you the option for English. So you wouldn't see that. If that happens to you, go back again to the first page and change it to some other language again, and with the same kind of idea that uses a different keyboard, and then come back here and you should see that globe icon. Now once you see it, you will want to hold it. It will bring up a language selection right here for the keyboard. So I'm gonna start off by changing it back to QWERTY, and I'm gonna hold it again, and I will select the text option right here below the two options, which gives us more options right here. So from here, click on the blue text right here and find an option with an arrow. I think. No, wait, my bad. Just gonna go without an arrow. And from here, you can choose to add it, which is this, again, blue button right here. Once you have added some kind of keyboard, because that's what we just did, you will see that now we have 3 different keyboards added, which is what we wanted to do. So once you have your 3 different keyboards, as you can see, we can now back out to the first page again, and we're gonna revert back to our desired language. So for me, it's English. And again, we're gonna progress through the setup back to the verification page. And again, tap on the field right here, hold the globe icon, select language settings, add keyboard, and this time around we're looking for one with an arrow. So there we go, there is one. Click on it and then click on the 3 dots and go to help and feedback. Now sometimes you will be able to see the option that we're looking for right here called use Morse code, but if you don't see it, you can tap right here, describe your issue, and type in just MO. And it shows up as suggested, use Morse code. From here, click on the video once, and as you can see, this will give us the 3-dot option on the YouTube video. So you want to click on it, and we're looking not for this option, but I guess I will have to select it. Let me quickly make sure. Yep, I'm gonna go to share, and in here we will tap on it 3 dots. Now this opens up YouTube, so from here we're going to select accept and continue, and no thanks, and I'm going to tap right at the top, the search bar, and you will type in HardReset.Info/bypass. If you need a moment to copy it, do pause the video. So from here, we will scroll down and you'll find this, the Open Settings app. I'm going to simply tap on the settings image, and this will open up the settings on your phone. And from here, we will start off by navigating to security and a location. Then we will enable screen pinning, which is right at the bottom under advanced. There we go, screen pinning. So enable it, and then also enable the lock device when unpinning. This will allow you to set up a screen lock right now. So I recommend choosing the same thing that I will, which I will be selecting pin. Secure startup, no. And once you have your pin right here, just choose whatever pin you want. Now the reason why I selected a pin is because previous way of verifying the old user was through pattern. So I wanted to select something that's completely different than the previous way of verification. So that's why I went with pin. And the reason why I tell you to select the same thing is because once I choose my pin, I recommend you to select the same exact pin, just so throughout the process, you know when I'm putting my pin, you can just put in the same one and it won't be confusing at all. So I'll select 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna select next, and I'll need to not verify it, but repeat it as a confirmation. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and confirm. And now that pin is set. Now once you set it up, it goes to the next page, letting you set up a fingerprint, but we're just gonna select skip right here. We don't want a fingerprint. It does not give us any kind of benefit. So once you have added or set up a screen lock, what you want to do is either we're gonna back out or reboot the device. I need to check. Yep, we need to reboot it. So let's hold the power key and select restart and OK. Now the reason we just did this is because Android, at least at this kind of Android and the old one, couldn't really hold more than one screen lock. So the verification screen lock that we had throughout the setup process was a pattern, and technically the phone didn't have any kind of screen lock set. It just needed to verify it, but once we forced it to let us set up a screen lock, it can only hold one, so it completely removed the old one. So what will happen right now is once the device boots back up, which it just did, you will need to unlock it. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll just simply progress through the setup, and you'll see that as before we had a verification pattern. Now once we get to the page, it will be a verification pin, because it just completely replaced the old verification method. So here we just need to put in 1, 2, 3, 4, and look at the little lock icon that will just disappear, and now there we go, and the device is unlocked. So from here we can finish up the setup. Now I would still recommend performing a factory reset of the device through settings, and this will ensure that any kind of remainings of the old accounts, old verifications, will be fully removed. So to do so, all you would need to do is navigate into settings. There we go. Scroll all the way down to system, select advanced, and in here you'll have reset options, erase all data, factory reset, reset phone. Now you'll need to confirm your PIN, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then select erase everything. I'm not really gonna go into it. This is just a last thing that you should do. I would recommend doing it, but I don't think it's actually a necessity. I'll just do it as a cautionary action, just so you aren't left later on again with your device locked for some reason. So if you do it right now, go with the erase everything option. It will remove all the securities that were previously set on this device, and at that point, once the device is done factory resetting, it will go back to the setup screen, but at that point you can set up your device however you like. It will be fully unlocked. So with that being said, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.